Hello, hello. Of course, I got a tickle in my throat like the second I pressed go live. How's everyone doing today? I'll just be here and try not to cough. Let me know what the weather's like where you are. We've had rain all day, which has been nice. It's nice and overcast. I'm wearing an autumnal shirt, pretending that autumn is here. It feels like it's here. And it might be here. We'll see. I switched over our reading sprints from Thursday to Friday this week because we had a birthday party in the family yesterday. So that's what we were doing. Lindsay said it cooled off today, only 74. That's much cooler than you normally have there. That's good. Storms in Wisconsin. Is it ever not hot and sunny there currently? I think it's always hot and sunny. Yeah. Good evening. Welcome here. Hello, hello. Because it feels like autumn, I made myself a drink. I got this cute mug from Anthropology. It was 50% off. I don't know, it was on sale. Cute little hedgehog. So that's what I'll be drinking throughout. Emily says it's 80, but gross humidity. At 80 is like hotter than I prefer too. So sun's going down, but it has been sunny. I haven't seen our sun all day. 105 in Texas. Yeah. I really have no words. I don't even know what that is. Driving home to PA from NC. Had a nice week at the beach. That sounds good. Emily says she found out last minute that she's teaching a science class this year. Oh, so last minute prep? Has that already started, or when do you start? It rained today in Calgary. Well, you're not very far from me, so we must have had the same rain coming. Sunny and 80, but hazy due to the wildfires. Yeah, we've had a lot of smoke here too. New subscriber from New Jersey. Nice. And an English class. So an English class you didn't know that you had to teach, and special ed yet too. So that's complicates things a little bit. Yeah, like see, I've been to Arizona, I've been to Texas, but like Arizona I went in December. Texas we were there in April, like when things were not hot. Like I don't even know. Hey Celestria. 89 and muggy. Yeah, and I don't do humidity. I mean, I don't prefer it. Reading The Last Mrs. Parrish. What's everyone else reading? Have I had a chance to look at curriculum yet? No. And a new network? Oh my goodness, no. I'm sorry, Emily. Students start Tuesday. Oh, I feel so bad for you. 2 unfilled special education teacher positions. That's hard. That's really, really hard. Praying everything works out there. My county has started. We haven't. Oh, you guys haven't started your school year. Sam is just taking classes at the community college. What grade is he in now, Lindsay? It's not his last year of school, is it? Emily's reading book 7 of Keeper of the Lost Cities. Nice. I like keep forgetting about that series because just waiting for it to end and the final book never comes. Medusa by Catherine Marsh. I haven't read that one. Oh, Skipped here. Reading the Martian Chronicles. Blowing Your Mind. Do I have that one? I know I unhauled one of his. I don't remember if I kept that one or not. It is his last year. Okay, wow. Crazy. Reading Mrs. Palfrey and the Claremont. Is that like a cozy mystery type book? I'm just judging from the title. I have no idea what that is. Yeah, I haven't read any more chapters from Hind's Feet on High Places since Sunday, so I should do that, but that's not my plan. Medusa sounds interesting. She added it to her TBR. I need to check that one out yet. Started One Dark Window. Finished the Mistborn trilogy. Good job, Sarah. Hey, Charlene. Going to be working on East of Eden. But if I finish or need a break, probably work on the Seaside Corpse. Nice, Aggie Morton. We are doing page count reading challenge in my Patreon, and I finally hit my goal yesterday. Today's the last day, and I haven't read anything today, so I want to see how much I can beat my goal by. Heart of Red, Blood of Blue. Chrissy, please tell me that you are loving it, okay? Because you have to. Yes, 9.5 is coming out, yeah. But I'm just like waiting for the final one. A Sound Among the Trees. Slightly bored by the second half. Oh, that's not good. 93 degrees. Nope, that's too much. Too hot. Reading Tale of Genji. Are you reading that with Tiffany? I saw that she's reading that one too. The Stranger Diaries. Chrissy's enjoying Heart of Red, Blood of Blue. I always like stumble over that title and doubt what it is. Good. Oh no, it wasn't that one. I made Jared read The Heir and the Spare. I read both of those books like 1 month after another. Different authors, but they're both like fantasy with no magic, just kind of that like almost like medieval-ish era of fantasy. And the Heir and the Spare, he was like, nothing's happening yet. They're just standing around and talking. And I'm like, oh, just you wait. Stuff happens. But he also enjoyed Heart of Red, Blood of Blue. Okay, so you are reading it. We finished it already. I was watching Tiffany's vlog of trying to read for 24 hours, seeing how long it took her, and she was reading it in there. 32% left in winter. You've hit your page count, but haven't added it up. Lindsay's page count goal for this week, like sometimes I just pull out a random number. I'm like, yeah, this. What was yours, Lindsay? Wasn't it like 1,400 pages, 1,800 pages? It was insane. She's just cruising through the books with a newborn. How's that even possible? King's Scrolls. Is that in that series that I can never remember the name of, that Celestria always talks about, that I should eventually start? Is it that one? Longer Than War and Peace. Ooh, yeah, that doesn't sound good. Oh, I missed the last half of this. You started a graphic novel to black out your summer bingo board for Tiffany's. Yeah, her summer book bingo. I have one left too. I have the reread. And I hate rereading books because like there's just other books I want to read. So I might just pick like one of the shortest books off my shelf and reread that. And then I need to remember to submit it. You haven't checked your page count total in a couple of days. I mean, there's no prize or punishment if we don't hit it, which is good because I was so sure I wasn't going to get it. Yes, the Ilion Chronicles. Thank you. That's what it is. 1,800 pages. Wow, that's impressive. Even though like you're just listening, to me, audiobooks take up more brain space. Like I used to enjoy listening to music before having kids, and now whenever there's silence, I just enjoy the silence. So I couldn't read 1,800 pages of audiobooks. Welcome here. Let me know what you are reading. I will share what I'm reading. I forgot to do that. Um, I just started a challenge myself to attempt to use a Kindle for a week again, trying to learn how to read. I know how to read. Enjoy ebooks, I guess. So I stole Jared's Kindle, and I am reading The Time Door by Shannon McDermott. I don't know. This is coming out from Enclave. I forget the date. It's an e-arc. Um, so far, it's very interesting because it starts out with these characters that go to Mars. They're supposed to be there for 4 years, and that's the prologue. And then the next chapter is finding out that they're going to be there for another 5 years. Which I don't know if you guys heard of, and I haven't even followed up with this, but I know there was two astronauts that just went to the space station. They were supposed to be there for like a weekish, and now they might be there for like 8 or 9 months or something. And so this is feeling like that story. I mean, it's 8 or 9 months is hard. 5 years would be hard. So we'll see. Generally, ebooks bring my enjoyment of a book down, the lack of like physical pages and stuff. I have no idea how long this is. You can't just, check. So we'll see how it goes. Oh, here we go. I reread a baby sleep habit book because someone needs to learn to sleep, not naming any names, but she's awfully cute. Oh, I don't envy you. Need to get back to fantasy, your happy place. Yeah, you've had some really good success with fantasy. Well, and you own Heart of Red, Blood of Blue, but haven't read it yet, right, Carly? Read that one. Just starting to read Five Brothers, 10 pages out of 500. Yes, The Time Door is sci-fi. You're in sci-fi fantasy mood right now. I really enjoy sci-fi. I just struggle to find good ones. Like there's so much less of it than fantasy. Kindle's hit or miss. Yeah. Yeah. I think I would always prefer regular books. But there are a few reasons that I would like to train myself to like a Kindle, at least sometimes. Scent of Water by Elizabeth Goodge, The Pirate's Wife, The Remarkable True Story of Sarah Kidd. Slowly reading The Way of Kings. That's a lot going on. That is a lot. Realizing Five Brothers might be why I chose dark romance. Okay, well, I want to get some reading done. Let's see if I can get my page count up. I have some music for us to listen to that I'm going to pull up. We are going to be fairies living in the woods. I guess I should pick a time for us to read till. Let's see, we're going to read till 45. Happy reading. How was that sprint for everyone? I started out very confused in my book, as one often does with sci-fi or fantasy, and then read 10%, and now I feel like I know where things are going, and things are heating up in a, not a romantic way, but a what's going on kind of way. So that's good. Sandy made it here. Glad you could join in for a bit. Just listened to this playlist the other day. It's another channel that I feel like is just nice and relaxing. If I'm working in a kitchen, I like to listen to it. Oh, it's pouring where you are. 26 degrees and pouring in Hong Kong. When is your next Agatha Christie Investigates? Well, I just had one go up today. That what you're talking about? Trying to solve an Agatha Christie? I have one every month on Patreon. At this point, I don't know if I really have any of hers left that are like traditional whodunits. I tried to search for which one of her, like which ones a person can actually solve, and all of the ones that I've seen listed, I've already read. So now it might just surprise me if there's another one I can solve. Oh, you forgot. Welcome here, Victoria. Add up your page count. I was surprised yesterday when I added my page count, and I think I was like two pages over or something. I was like just barely over. Surprising. Listen to Wuthering Heights on audio. It's very atmospheric, that book. On page 148. Nice. Working on lies women believe that you're teaching tomorrow for Bible study. That's cool. Reading Authentically Izzy and Drake Hall. Nice. I like it, Anne. I still miss your channel so much. I know every now and then you post a video, and I know your reasons for not, and I get it, but I miss hearing you talk about books. 25 pages in East of Eden. Oh, a little over 100 pages left. You don't have that much left. Just joining in. Welcome. Shady Hollow. That's it. Well, depending what your weather is. I feel like my weather right now is a good weather for Shady Hollow. So much going on in winter. You were like 30-ish%. A lot goes down in that book. This isn't a reread for you, Lindsay? This is your first time through? 26 pages. Reading speed doesn't really matter. I mean, yeah, it's not a race. Welcome, Whitney. 13 pages. Really hoping to come back to BookTube soonish. My plans never pan out how I think they will. I get it, but that makes me really excited if you do. Very, very excited, but I understand you've had things going on. More of the Voyage of the Dawn Treader. Nice. Such a good series. Another Authentically Izzy. Okay, this is your first time reading Lunar Chronicles. Cool. The book that I am reading, I'm like, it isn't out yet, The Time Door, but I'm glad it's just a duology because I'm already reading it before it comes out. So then I don't have to wait for 4 or 5 books in the series. But I'm feeling bad for these people stuck on Mars. It's flashing me back to The Martian a little bit. Much less swearing. No swearing. But the trying to problem solve, like how to survive on Mars or what to do, is interesting. I don't want to spoil things. I'm only 19% now, but there's a lot going on. Except we keep flashing back between the people on Mars, which I'm enjoying that part. And then the people on Earth, which I think is probably important because they're making the decisions as to why they're not going to get these people off of Mars. But I'm getting confused as to where we are because we keep flipping from Earth to Mars, and I just want to be on Mars. And I'm still trying to learn the characters. Who is the author? Shannon McDermott. I should look up when it is coming out. I am on Enclave's street team again. And last time I didn't do as well with reading the e-arcs as soon as I would like. And so this time around, I'm trying to get better with that. Oh, this one oddly has two. It's on Goodreads twice, and neither of them say when it's coming out. But in the next few months. Now it's going to kind of bother me. Let's quickly see. We need some Jeopardy music while I figure this out. What does Whitney say? I'm wanting to get a Jane Austen under my belt because I've never read one of her books. Which one's easiest to read? Okay, suggestions. I feel like there's differing opinions on this. I think a lot of people would recommend Northanger Abbey. I thought I would like that one more. Yeah. My favorite has been Persuasion. But I feel like Pride and Prejudice is kind of like the main one. I don't know if other people have different suggestions or not. I have no idea when this book is getting released. Oh, Victoria says Sense and Sensibility. Oh, okay. Thank you, Lindsay. She just went to Amazon. October 8th. Okay, that's sooner than I thought. Good stuff. Well, so far there's one vote for Sense and Sensibility. Northanger Abbey is the easiest to read. Spoofs the Gothic genre. Persuasion's her best one, followed by Pride and Prejudice. Yeah. Pride and Prejudice, Persuasion. Pretty much everyone's voting like every single book. Although I would be surprised if anyone were to say Mansfield Park first. Other than that. Forgot to add my pages. Reading one of the favorites. The Thursday Murder Club. I really need to hear your thoughts, Sandy. Northanger Abbey. Welcome, Bethany. Glad to have you here. Do you have any recommendations on where one should start with Jane Austen? Whitney is wondering. And there's a little bit of everything suggested. Okay. We should do another sprint here right away. Just trying to figure out my timing. How about we do till 25? Persuasion, but it's harder to get into than the others. That's so interesting because I was so into Persuasion that I didn't even read like more contemporary books. I just wanted to read that one. And all her other books I've had to like push myself for. I need a different playlist. We are no longer fairies in the woods, but we will be reading in the woods. I think that would be a good option for us. Elizabeth wants to reread Jane Austen. Bethany needs to read her too. Okay, well, there's like a couple votes for everyone other than Mansfield Park, so start wherever you guys want. Okay, let's sprint until 25. I need to know what's going on in my story because I'm nervous for these people on Mars. All right, that's the end of another sprint. How did that go for everyone? Got some nice rain coming down right now. I got about 12% done my book. Really enjoying the overall vibes. There was like some, I don't know, like science fiction gothic vibes happening there for a little bit. It's been good. Where did I leave off here? Welcome here, reading I Capture the Castle. Oh, Sandy loved Mansfield Park. Well, she proved me wrong. Oh, hopefully Sarah has a good night. 3 more hours left in your drive. Very ready to be home. Yeah, driving home is hard because you just want to be there. Our last time we were out and we were coming back for the last hour, the 5-year-old kept falling asleep and then crying in his sleep because he just wanted to be at home and waking up and then falling back asleep. And he was verbalizing what a lot of us were feeling. Welcome here. Never heard of a reading sprint before? It's pretty simple, pretty chill. Charlene got 18 pages. You're getting close to done that one. 2 chapters, 35 pages. Are the chapters that long? I didn't really pay attention to that. Light and fun, exactly what you need right now. Yes. I'm glad that you can have that. Jealous about the rain. High was 100 plus humidity. Yeah, the highest I saw today was 17 Celsius, which is probably like 67, 68, something like that. I don't know. Sci-fi gothic. Yeah, you read 100 pages or 10 pages. Wow, not 100. In Powerless. I don't know if the whole thing is going to have those vibes, but there was a moment where I was like, this is what I'm feeling. It was good. 11 and a half pages. Both the kids are sleeping. Hopefully they stay asleep when you get home at 1 a.m. Oh yeah, that's the worst. When you're traveling and then you get home and you're exhausted, but the kids are great because they slept the whole time. And yeah, hopefully they stay asleep. Have a good night, Emily. Finished a couple chapters in one, read about 5 pages of one of your ebooks. 68 Fahrenheit is Christmas Day weather here. Yeah, it's so interesting how that is so very different. Christmas weather is much colder here. This is a really good, if you want like relaxing music, I think it's called Ophelia Wild. Yeah. We'll do one more sprint yet, and I'll pick one of her other ones. They're all right around 30 minutes, and I haven't listened to all of them, but the ones I have listened to have been great. 38 degrees, 101 Fahrenheit. Oh, that's what that translates to. Yeah, that is way too hot to me. We had that for like a few days in July. Like generally, that's like the highest it ever gets here, or at least where I used to live. I'm not really sure what to expect here. It's pretty much the same, I think. Yeah, so we have time for one more sprint. I need to find another playlist. Because of the rain and the gloom, I don't want a summer playlist, and that's what I'm finding here. Let's see. Studying by Candlelight? Maybe that. Okay, well, this one I want to Oh, I just like the title of this one. Your hopeless romantic neighbor plays classical music while it's raining outside. I think we're going to listen to that one. Chrissy read a couple more pages. It's getting intense. Good. I'm glad. In the best of ways. Okay, so we will do another sprint till like 50, I think. And then wrap it up after that so I can put some kids to bed. Lindsay asks if the weather will be the same. Yeah, it's pretty much exactly the same. We are a little bit farther north right now than we used to be, but I think the mountains block some of the wind. And we're like more foresty than prairie. So it will be pretty much the same. I think that's what the stats say. Okay, let's do this. Your hopeless romantic neighbor plays classical music while it rains outside. I'm liking this.
Okay, hope you enjoyed that neighbor playing classical music while it's raining outside. How did the last sprints go for everyone? I think I got like 10% done or more into it. I'm not even 50% yet though, so things are happening. Was Authentically Izzy good enough, in your opinion, to continue the series? I think I will continue it at some point. I don't know if I'll like the other books as much. I don't know if anyone can say or not. Like, are the other ones written in letters or emails as well? I'd be curious about that. And then I really liked Izzy because she was a librarian and really into books. Um, and the other characters don't have that. So I don't know. I think I'll eventually try them, like from the library, but I'm not really going into them thinking I'll enjoy them as much as Izzy. But I could be wrong. We'll see. Chrissy had to leave. Mandy had to leave. Read some New Kid. I'm just not a graphic novel fan. Lindsay, I'm not either. I started that one and didn't finish it for no reason other than I just wasn't into it, I think. So I don't blame you. Charlene read 11 pages, only 80 pages left. You're so close. The music nerd in me needs to say that wasn't classical music. I wasn't honestly even listening to what it was. A lot of it is Ophelia Wilde's music and then some other stuff in between. I'm not sure.
I'll trust you. I wasn't really paying attention. I was just enjoying the piano. Hey, Ashley, you were reading all sorts. A short story, the forward and safe passage, and a chapter in the Berlin letters. Nice. Got some reading done. I have to convert my page count yet from what I read in the percentage of the ebook into how many pages that is in the physical book yet for the Patreon page count reading challenge. It really bothers me that I don't know how many pages it is. I wish, like, I know you can see how many Kindle pages it is, but I like my font really small. So then I go through very few pages. But I wish it would say, like, how many pages this is of the hard copy. I don't know. Lindsay really liked the Berlin letters. Got a few pages in. Nice. So next week I should be back with Thursday sprints. This one was an anomaly because of birthday celebration stuff. But I should be good to go for Thursday next week. I will probably Sunday or Monday put it up so that it's scheduled. But I appreciate each of you coming out, getting some reading done, helping me to get some reading done, especially on a day when I hadn't had any time to read. Oh, this is good to know. The Berlin Letters has ciphers and is historical fiction. So both sides of September's challenge. Nice. I've been thinking about what I'm going to read. Maybe if anyone has, because the September thing, the side I'm doing is Doyle, and it's like a book with codes and ciphers and puzzles, or just generally a mystery book. So if anyone has a suggestion for that, especially, I could really go for like a good cozy mystery, maybe starting a new series. Not sure. Thanks for coming out. Okay, you got Positively Penelope from the library. Okay, so that one's book 2, and then it's Loyally Luke. Yeah, that makes sense. Definitely let me know if it's in letters or, emails or whatever, or is it not? Because I think the reason I liked Authentically Izzy is because she was a librarian and all the bookish stuff. And then because it was in letters, we didn't have that awkward descriptions of their interactions that I find I struggle with in books. All right. Thanks for coming out. I'm curious to know if anyone has a recommendation. You're going to try to finish The New Kid. Yeah. Total of your pages and go to bed. The nice thing with a graphic novel is you can push through. Maybe I should reread a graphic novel. That's an idea. It's easy to push through because it's not that long. Oh yeah, books with puzzles, Winter House and Book Scavenger. Those are great ones. There was there's a book series called The Puzzle Lady, but I wouldn't really recommend it. The idea sounded really good. I started one of the books and it was just kind of very poorly written, but I really liked the idea of it. It was like this old woman that wrote puzzles for a newspaper, I think, but she didn't actually though, and the idea of it sounded so much better than the follow through. But something I need to look for my September TBR is what I'm going to be reading for that. Worst case scenario, I could read like a Mrs. Polifax or make my Agatha Christie one of them because those are just mysteries. But I would like to find one that actually has some kind of puzzles or ciphers. Texts and emails. Okay. So maybe that will be an okay one. Oh, the grandest games. Is that part of the series or is that a spin-off? Because I never finished this series. I think I can't even remember if I finished book 2 or if I quit book 2. Hello, we're just finishing up here. Sorry that you guys just popped in. Yeah, I need to think about my September TBR, even though I know we're like only halfway through August yet. Okay, it is a spin-off. I was wondering if I could. Maybe I'll try that one yet. At a glance, it's like that for the first 100 pages. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Maybe let me know how the book is once you finish it. That might play into whether or not I continue it. Okay. Anne didn't love it. And Anne is my, like, she's the bar. Her and I have very similar reading tastes with some differences, but I trust her opinion a lot. Oh, I'm glad it helped. I hope you guys can make it home soon. Okay, I need to get my little ones ready for bed. So you guys all have a great night. Thanks for coming out. I will be back again live next Thursday. Yes. And I'll have a video coming out on Monday sharing a mid-month wrap-up where I think I read like 8 or 9 books in the first half of the month. So it's pretty decent. So have a great weekend, everybody.